Yeah.
So at 16 years old, still in high school, I was blessed to go on tour with him. And I had the honor of playing drums behind the great Phyllis Hyman, which we're honoring tonight.
Woo!
Yeah, that's right. Give it to her. Michael Henderson.
Woo!
Give it to him. The late Michael Henderson. And my good buddy, the woman I love so much, Miss Jean Carne.
Yeah.
So, I said that was 50 years ago. Yes, you can do the arithmetic to figure out how old I am today. But I was 16 back then. However, to watch her career over all these years, we've done many concerts together because I had morphed from being a drummer to being a producer. Many tours. Really gives me chills when I think about this is something that's long overdue. When I also think about all of the work that she has done. So you guys know the hits, but I've seen her in the studio, harmonizing. I've seen it, when you talk about one of the greatest singers of all times, you have to put Jean Carne in that. Do you agree with me? You gotta put the great Jean Carne in that list. I've seen her harmonize. I've seen her work with Norman Connors. I've seen her, with the Phyllis, and there's nobody better. A couple years ago, I was producing a tribute for Dionne Warwick. It's going to be an hour long, and I had to figure out who could sing those Burt Bacharach melodies, who could sing those Dionne Warwick songs, which are very, very difficult. You know what? I came up with one name. Who's that? Jane Carne. And guess what? She did an hour-long medley of Dionne Warwick's hits flawlessly. And Dionne sat right at the side of the stage and gave her a standing ovation. So listen, my friends.
Right,
That's right. So as of this day, I got a new name for her. Why don't we just call her Genius Carne? I love you, baby, and congratulations.
It is now the National Army Music Society. Great honor to induct Gene Carne into the Atlantic City Walk of Fame. Yes. You're doing it again. You are doing it again. She's such a great worker and director, but she tries to do everything. She's jumping the gun. Like I said, it is the National R&B Music Society's great privilege and honor to induct into the Atlantic City Walk of Fame Miss Gene Carne. Please put your hands together. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Stu. Everybody good? Well, if you feel good, I feel better. Can't thank you enough, Vanessa and Stu and all the wonderful folks that do all the legwork and all the praise and bring us into concerts and keep us loving each other. All of us artists, you know, who else could get us together like this except the National R&B Music Society? You know, I see so many familiar faces here, and I appreciate you all, and I thank everybody present, their families, their friends, all the fans, my family. My daughter Jeannie is here, attorney Jean Carne Wolf. Also, I'm doing a project with a singer whom I've only known a while, but she joined us this afternoon. Her name's L.A. Young. Where are you, honey? Wave, girl. That's right. And I just thank you so much for this honor. You know, coming to Atlantic City over the years, it's been a real pleasure. Real pleasure. And I'm gonna freeze. That's okay. We'll have something warm when we get inside, right? So let me thank you. I appreciate this. It will go in a place of honor for me. And let me remind you, don't let it go to your head. No.